Welcome to another Phandroid AppCast, where we give you the lowdown on the latest Android market happenings. Next week's Thanksgiving, people are getting in the holiday spirit, and if you want your phone to look like this, there's an app for that. An application called Xmas Snowman Live Wallpaper by Silly Cubes on Android Market. It costs about $1 and it's pretty cool. You can see on my wallpaper it just looks like it's snowing, and if you unlock it and move around there, that tree is about to take off. If you press the trees, they take off. Press the snowmen, they fall down. And if you're tapping on the screen, you can see you make little colored snowflakes. So nothing too complicated, but a neat way to get in the holiday spirit. Holidays typically mean family and relatives, and if you're traveling, there are two apps out now on Android Market, one by Orbitz and one by Priceline, which if you're making last-minute reservations can be great. I'm going to start with Priceline just because I like the introduction, and the app's actually called Negotiator. So for Priceline Negotiator, all you can really do is find hotel deals, but you can choose a city. Right now I have it on Las Vegas because I was checking out hotels for CES, but say I'm going to Charleston, South Carolina. I can pick a hotel and you can see the latest, what people have recently negotiated. And I'm not familiar with Priceline really. If you use it, you'll probably love this app. I prefer to do this type of stuff on the desktop and kind of search around. But you can name your price and then bid on it, and then you have to put in your email address, where I got cautious, like I don't want to be trapped into anything. But Priceline, if you're looking for last minute hotel deals. Orbitz is more of a full-featured travel program. It has pretty much everything. Hotels you can book, flights, rental cars. You can check up on trips you've already booked, check flight statuses, and I guess if plans change and you need to make trip reservations at the last second, it could be really helpful if you're on the go. So check out Orbitz in Android Market. So the holiday spirit and holidays and family also means you're going to be buying some presents. So if you want some assistance there, ScanLife is one app that also has some recent updates that you might enjoy. So let's just say I'm going to want to buy the Killers album. I'm in a store browsing or something, and I want to see if there are better prices other places. Now you all know there are a lot of apps that already do this, like Shop Savvy, Barcode Scanner by Barcode Scanner just by Google or the XYZ team, and you can see it comes up right away, day and age, and this is actually scans to the web, so this isn't, it kind of sends you off to the mobile web when you scan it, but it got it perfectly. There's an MP3 album, online prices, and here's what they added is local prices is one thing that they just added, which will help you if you're trying to find a better price nearby. And they also added coupons from coupons.com and nutritional information. So if you're scanning something, well, actually, let's try it. We got some golden grams right here. And where can we find the PC? Let's give this a test. And there you go, got it perfectly. Nutrition info, and you can see it brings you to foodessentials.com and tells you how many calories, saturated for everything. So that's pretty cool for you health nuts out there. The problem with barcode scanning and gift buying is you already need to know what you're going to get somebody, and I think the hardest part of holiday shopping is finding the perfect gift for somebody. There's a really cool application concept that's out here on Android Market now, and it is called, let's see, Group Pick. So essentially, you can ask a question to the Group Pick community, and they can provide you with an answer. Now, it's kind of multiple choice, so it's not like you can ask an open-ended question, but hottest discovery nerd, Carrie Byron or the Smash Lab girl? Let's do Carrie Byron. Rate this question. I don't really want to. Will you, girls only, kiss me, make love to me, give me money, or marry me? I think I'm going to skip that question. Fellas, could you truly fall in love with a stripper? I have to say no. Actually, maybe that's short-sighted of me. Actually, maybe not. No. Do you watch scary movies around Halloween time? Yes, love scary movies. Sure. And you can write the question too if you think it's a cool question, and continue on. Now, this isn't typically for holiday shopping or designed specifically for holiday shopping, but my question is, why not use this cool new app and ask, what's the best gift for my mom? Should I get her a purse? Should I get her earrings? Should I get her Wii with Sports Resort or something else? And then you can hear what other people think the best idea is. So kind of a cool concept, and really you could waste a lot of time answering questions on this app. So I think it's a pretty cool concept. Groupic. Google's also cashing in on the holiday shopping app updates, as they've updated Google Shopper, and actually they've updated Google Maps, Google Sky Maps, Google Goggles, and they just released a new feature that's actually only available on the web called Google Hotpot. That's really interesting. So let's dive into some of that Google updates. So on the update to Google Shopper 1.3, there are two main new additions: featured items, which allows you to find gift suggestions for him and for her, and you can also refine your searches by different criteria. So let's go and check out featured items for him. You can see there's poker chip set, wine chiller, messenger bag. So this is a really good way to kind of brainstorm on possible gifts, and I guess you can keep scrolling and opening up new ones. Let's go check out what the gifts for her are. And Kate Spade handbag, clutch wallet. Of course, all these things come with insert high cost designer here and then product. So it's a pretty easy formula to guess. Marc Jacob sunglasses. And it looks like after we let it load, there are a bunch of different categories. So we've got gadgets, kids toys, baby toys, toddler toys, for tweens, holidays, star picks. So that's pretty cool. Let's go check out what we care about. Gadgets. Nook Reader, iPod Touch, iPad, Connect for Xbox. Hey, where's all the Android? Oh, there we go. Android. Shouldn't that be at the top? Come on, Google. So we've got Motorola Milestone, HTC Hero, and these are all from various Google Shopping partners. So let's select something like the HTC Area from 28 different sellers, 38 different reviews. So if you're looking for the perfect gift and want some brainstorming help, this featured item scroller is pretty cool. Now if we're going to do an actual search, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which, by the way, I heard is a great book. I started reading it on the recommendation of a couple friends. But here we go. Now, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. You can see all these different places. But let's go ahead and filter. We can filter by price or by store. Let's filter by price. Under $15. And this can definitely help you find the best deal. Of course, there's one for up to $2,000. I suggest that you don't buy that one. Relevance, price, low to high. So, so there are new search filters. They don't look like they're incredibly detailed, but regardless, they should help you make a purchase decision. If you're not familiar with Google Goggles, the idea is that you can use your little barcode scanner, but it's not a barcode scanner. You can scan anything. You could scan a building. You could scan an advertisement. You could scan a product. You could scan a barcode, and Google will analyze the picture you've taken and try to determine what it is you were taking a picture of, and then give you information relevant to whatever action you just did. Their most recent experiment involves magazines. The concept is that maybe you're looking through a magazine and you see an advertisement for Ford. So you open Google Goggles, you take a picture of the ad, it analyzes the ad, knows what ad it is, and takes you to an informational page about what you just took a picture of, which is Ford. Now for this particular experiment, Google is not working with Ford. They're working with T-Mobile, Buick, and 2 or 3 other companies as just a test to see, what the results might be. If you ask me, people wouldn't know whether or not to scan the ad to begin with. It's just a regular ad. And to make everybody start doing something like that would be tremendously difficult. I'm saying, why not just put a QR code up there? They can see the QR code, know it's scannable, and then scan that. It's a cool concept, but personally I haven't had a whole lot of success with Google Goggles getting what I'm scanning correct, unless I'm scanning something obvious like a barcode or something super obvious. So I'm looking for more improvements out of Google Goggles, and right now I think it's cool, but more novelty than helpful if the real goal is to be able to take a picture or scan anything. The Google Maps update brings Yelp and Where-like features I thought they should have introduced when they brought Google Buzz to the scene, but you're able to rate places and add a widget to your home screen that gives you recommendations, and based on what you've already rated good or bad, it gives you recommendations for what Google thinks you would like, which is really cool, and I think it's a no-brainer. Just as an example, if you ever come to Baltimore, there's a place called Kissling's Tavern that clearly has the best wings in Baltimore, and you can look at all the details, you can see what people are saying about it, what people are rating it, and at the bottom, I can rate and review it. So, obviously I'm going to give it 5 stars, and food, yay, service, yay, atmosphere, yay. Wings, definitely yay. Tell us more. Best wings in Baltimore by far. Best wings in Baltimore bipolar. No, they are not bipolar wings. And there you can see the rate places widget. And that's pretty cool. It selects places near me now so I can easily rate them. And if I press that down button, it'll select everything nearby me now so I can quickly go into it and select my rating. So this is a really cool feature of Google Maps, but whether they'll be able to get this to catch on is another question. They haven't really made it front and center. It's kind of like built-in functionality that works in the background. So I'd like to see Google take an approach to try and really promote this, because I think it could be huge. Google also announced an online kind of aspect of this called Google Places with Hotpot. When I first heard the name Hotpot and saw it on Phandroid, I thought one of two things. Quentin, you made a typo, or is it April Fool's Day? So you can just set your name, Kissling's, Baltimore, Maryland. And here's Kissling's Tavern. I'm guessing this syncs with the Google Maps places and ratings as well. For folks in Australia and New Zealand, you'll be happy to know Google Maps and Google Navigation is now available in your area. And Google's also updated their maps in outer space. No, I'm serious, they did. Google Sky Map. Hanging out with friends and family, it's a cool app to just check out while you're outside. Say, oh, what's that planet or star, whatever it is, and you aim your phone at it, and you can line it up and see exactly what it is. And what Google's added in this version is something called time travel, where you can see what the sky may have looked like on certain dates in time. And another thing they've done is added functionality for pinch and zoom. So 2 pretty cool updates that aren't going to change your life, but they're definitely fun to play around with. Unfortunately, SkyMap does not yet have navigation. For folks out there wondering what to use to DJ their Thanksgiving family dance party, you may be interested in updates to 3 different music apps, one of them being Rhapsody. Rhapsody costs $9.99 per month and gives you access to 10.8 million songs. And recently what they've added is offline support, so you can listen to whatever playlist you've created when you don't even have access to the internet, which is really cool. So check out Rhapsody. It'll cost you $9.99 a month, but if you're a music lover and you want music on your phone, definitely worth the price. There have also been updates to 2 applications that play music directly from your SD card, which are Power Amp and Winamp. Updates to Power Amp include different widgets, which you can make 4x1 with no album art, with album art, a 4x2, and a large one for use on tablets. You've also got an optional ticker in the status bar for when songs change, and a lot of different bug fixes and just stuff to make it work smoother. Winamp has been around since back in the day, and their Android app that recently launched has gotten a lot of good reviews. It hasn't been added yet, but one big feature coming out is support for Shoutcast. So within Winamp, you'll be able to have access to 44,000 Shoutcast radio stations, and supposedly it's going to work real well, sweet integration, so keep an eye on that. Winamp and Android Market, for those that are Shoutcast lovers, it will soon have that functionality. One new application that could be pretty cool if it catches on and if they refine it a little bit is called Phonoto, which is a combination between the words fan and photo. We're not going to log in or anything, but if you continue, you can see people are all at different games around the world, and they can take pictures while they're at the game of, you know, the stadium or players or individual plays or whatever's going on, and give a caption, and it's kind of like a stream of consciousness of people taking pictures live at the game. So here's like a picture of it's taken by a Celtics fan at the Garden. By top photos, you can see that they probably need to refine this a little bit. There's a picture of a Red Sox fan, and actually that's clearly at a game, but I'm pretty sure baseball season's over. And like this, clearly not taken at a stadium. So if they could somehow refine it so the games are clearly from the stadium from that day, and they provide things like being able to, change it by team. I don't think you can do that now. It looks like it's on all teams by default, but it's a cool idea. And it would be nice to see this application grow and kind of get a little more feature filled, and I think people might really enjoy it. Alright, let's talk some games. For those that have been looking for a great skee ball game, Ski Hoops is now available on Android Market, and there's a free and a light version. And you could say for the free version, you only have 5 times where you can play each game. So there's the bonus round, the old school, and the 3-point shootout. Let's go old school. So it says you have 50 seconds to rack up as many points as you can, which that doesn't sound old school to me. I'm pretty sure that you just have a certain number of balls in old school. In actual old school. Whoop, 3-pointer. 3-pointer. I guess see if we can just get one. Oh, they moved around on me. But anyways, I don't know. I love skee ball, and this is a pretty neat game. There's a shared online playboard, which is fun. 6 points, I'll end on that. But this is Ski Hoops in Android Market for you little arcade and carnival type game lovers. Go ahead, download it. It's pretty good. How many of you remember the old school LCD handheld gaming units before there was Game Boy, when Nintendo was just popular? And if you don't remember, this might help you remember. You could put your finger on the screen and push it down, and all around it you can see it light up. So that's what this game does, which is called Flee Away. It's a racing game that is supposed to be done in the same spirit of those old school games. So you can see you're just dodging the cars. So in terms of a nostalgic standpoint, this is a really neat game. There's also a version of the game that allows you to, instead of being the car, it allows you to be the cars, the ones that are out there, not racing but dodging. So this is pretty cool. It's called Flee Away. And there's a free and a paid version, but for old school gamers, hit it up. If you've been looking for the perfect RSS reader application, check out Pulse News on Android Market, which just turned from a paid app to a free app. The quick tutorial gives you a great idea of why this app's unique. In the upper left hand corner, that little gear allows you to manage your sources. If you scroll vertically, you can see the different sources you've added. You can see by default it has Gizmodo, TechCrunch, Masterplay. Where's Phandroid? But within those, if you go horizontal, you can see articles from the various feeds. So let's go ahead and just show you TechCrunch, and it just starts with those 3, and you can see different articles from TechCrunch. And I can go Huffington Post, Gawker, Fan House, say I want to see different articles from Fan House. So this is a really cool way to just look through your various favorite sources and kind of browse the news rather than have one big RSS list. This allows you to choose your top sources and browse each source individually, which is pretty neat. You can easily manage your forces by taking different ones out. Say I don't want Huffington Post. I can easily remove it. Or I should be able to easily remove it, and then I can add different sources. These are featured ones, so I could add Engadget. I could browse different sources. Let's see if Phandroid's on here. There we go. Let's add Phandroid, obviously. And there we go. That's Pulse News in Android Market, a really unique take on an RSS feeder. Last week we showed you Master Liquor. This week we're showing you Scout by Playboy. And the only really newsworthy thing here is that it's by Playboy. Two types of applications that always get a lot of scrutiny on Android Market are antivirus apps and tethering apps. So this week we've got Netkin, which has a new version of their beta application, which is antivirus software. And hey, quiet out there. Pardon me. We've got Netkin, which is an antivirus software. And it's free, and I mean, personally for me, the best antivirus software is Common Sense. Before you download anything from Android Market, check the developer, check out that they're reputable, check the comments in Android Market, go to androidforums.com and check out the application section and ask people if it's a reputable app. So that's the best version of antivirus, is just using due diligence when you're downloading applications and games. But if you want to check out an official antivirus app for your phone, Netkin Antivirus is now available. You can see it does antivirus, backs up your contacts. If you lose your phone, it helps you out with that. So that's Netkin for Android market. TV buffs out there might be happy to know that before the end of 2011, they may be able to control their TV with their Android phone if they've got Comcast or Xfinity or whatever. Essentially, the version will allow you to look at your channel listings or your guides, set shows to record, remotely change your channel, and play back recorded content. So look for the Comcast application on Android market before the end of the year. And of course, stay tuned for Phandroid.com because we'll tell you when it comes out anyways. And that sums up this week's AppCast. This is Rob Jackson with Phandroid.com. See you next week. Can I use your help real quick? Yeah. Okay. What? So I need you to dump those on my head.